Ielts listening test by students of Aditya's Ielts. Section 1. You will have some time to read the questions and then you will have to respond accordingly. So read the questions carefully.
Hello, CK Driving School.
Hello, I wanted to know about the driving lessons.
Sure, but may I know your name first?
Yes, it's Himanshu Sharma.
Okay, so what's your age? Cause we don't give lessons to person below 18.
I'll turn 19 next month.
Okay, so we give driving lessons for 6 days a week and we have 5 slots for the lesson.
Okay, is there any free slot around 4 p.m.?
Okay, let me check. Does 4:30 suits you?
Okay, yeah, 4:30 sounds good. And what are the charges and duration?
So we used to provide 15 days classes, but now due to new guidelines, we provide 100 kilometer for the lesson and it's up to the person in how many days he or she wants to complete it.
Okay, sounds good.
And price for the same is 3000. Oh, no, sorry, it's 3200 a month for a whole lesson.
Okay, and what type of car will be provided?
We have 3 types of car, Swift, Alto and Brezza.
I'll go with the Brezza because I'm familiar with that car. And what will be the route followed?
Well, we'll start from Ishmeet Chowk in front of Aditya's building. Then the same road will be followed till Kip's Market. And then we'll revolve around the roundabout twice. And last destination would be near bus stand.
Okay, got it. I know that route. Is there anything I need to carry?
Nothing much, just carry a water bottle.
Section 2. You will have some time to read the questions and then you will have to respond accordingly. So read the questions carefully.
Now we are continuing our look at India and its natural problems, actually dryness or aridity, as it is generally called by geographers, is probably the most challenging of India's natural problems. And so it is very important in this course. For India, water is a precious source and its wise management of this is great importance. As I said, Leh is a dry continent secondly only to Jaisalmer because lack of rainfall. Due to the hot sunshine and searing winds give Leh an extremely high rate of evaporation, far more than other cities. It is estimated that approximately 87% of Leh rainfall is lost through evaporation compared with just over 60% in Jaisalmer and 48% in Ludhiana. You generally think of Jaisalmer as being a very hot and dry place, but it is not. In many parts of India, standing water, that is dams, pools. The reason for this is that the moisture is absorbed by thirsty plants. In some parts of India are dry because water which seeps through the sandy soil collects underground and so used for various above the ground. The underground water is available over more than half of India's an area. The most inland farmers do rely on this water for watering their animals where possible to lesser extent for irrigation.
You will have some time to read the questions and then you will have to respond accordingly. So read the questions carefully.
Are you looking to move into a flat soon?
I hope so, yes.
The thing is, we have few flats at the moment that we'd like to get rented out by the end of the month.
I see.
They are all good flats and at the price you want. There's one in Sandhu Towers, one in Gills Mansion, and other in the Green Villa Colony. All three are nice blocks of flats.
Could you tell me where they are? I'm at the bus station at the moment.
Sandhu Towers, if you're coming from the station, isn't very far. Cross over the city bridge, then go left, and where the road divide, at the right hand fork, you will see Sandhu Tower on the left side of the road. It's a lovely building with the trees around it.
That sounds nice. What about Girls Mansion?
The best way to get there from the station is probably to go down the Guild Road and then cross over Old Bridge. The road bends to the right around the Aditya Isles, and if you follow along, you'll find there on the left side.
Very nice. And you said there's one more?
Green Villa Cologne. Yes, okay, from the station, cross over City Bridge, keep going through the first crossroad until you come to the second crossroads. Green Villa Colony will be facing you over to the right side. It's very convenient for the shops.
Fine, thank you. What are the facilities of Girls Mansion?
One of the significant feature of Gills Mansion is its cost. We provide quality stay at affordable prices. Unfortunately, the mansion is far away from Riverside, but you can rent bikes to reach there. Also, you might face poor network issues here, but nothing to worry about. Wi-Fi services is included in the package.
Section 3. You will have some time to read the questions and then you will have to respond accordingly. So read the questions carefully.
Hello Professor Jessica, I want your help in my project of last semester. It's about Babylon. Could you please tell me about the history?
Okay, so you like to ask the description of its history?
Yes, of course.
Okay, in the pages of history there lives no city more glamorous than Babylon. Its very name conjures vision of health and splendor. Its treasure of gold and jewels were fabulous. One natural pictures such a wealthy city are as located in suitable setting of tropical luxury surrounded by rich natural resources of forest and mines. Such was not the case.
Okay, Miss Teacher, where this area resides?
Well, it was located besides the Euphrates River in a flat arid valley. It had no forests, no mines, nor even stone for building. It was not even located upon natural trade route. The rainfall was insufficient to raise crops.
Okay, Miss Jessica, how man's ability helped Babylon to accomplish its goal?
Well, Babylon is an outstanding example of man's ability to achieve great objectives, using whatever means are at his disposal. All of the resources supporting this large city were man-developed. All of its riches were man-made. So I would like to tell you more about its description and some of its history. Most importantly, Babylon's irrigation facilities. Babylon possessed just two natural resources, a fertile soil and water in the river. With one of the greatest engineering accomplishments of this or any other day, Babylonian engineers diverted the waters from the river by means of dam and irrigation canals far out across the arid valley. When these canals to pour the life-giving waters over the fertile soil, this ranks among the first engineering feats known to history. Such an abundant crops as were the reward of this irrigation system, the world had never seen before.
Well, I would like to share some information from my side too that I watched in documentaries. Fortunately, during its long existence, Babylon was ruled by successive lines of kings to whom conquest and plunder were but incidental. While it engaged in many wars, most of these were local or defensive against ambitious conquerors from other countries who converted the fabulous treasure of Babylon. The outstanding ruler of Babylon live in history because of their wisdom, enterprise and justice. Babylon produced no stuttering monarchs who sought to conquer the known world, that all nations might pay homage to their egotism. But I would like to ask about where this city is exactly located.
As a city, Babylon exists no more. When those energizing human forces that built and maintained the city for thousands of years were withdrawn, it soon became a deserted land. The site of this city is in Asia, about 600 miles east of the Suez Canal, just north of the Persian Gulf. The latitude is about 30 degrees above the equator, practically the same as that of Yuma, Arizona. It possessed a climate similar to that of the American city, hot and dry.
I would like to add on, dotting this valley are ethereal hills. For centuries, they were considered by travelers to be nothing else. The attentions of archaeologists were finally attached to them because of broken pieces of pottery and brick washed down by the occasion's rainstorms.
So I would like to wrap up rest of the information that would be helpful in your assignment. Many scientists consider the civilization of Babylon and other cities in this valley to be the oldest, of which there is a definite record of this. Positive dates have been proved reaching back 8,000 years. An interesting fact in this connection is the means used to determine these dates. Uncovered in the ruins of Babylon were description of an eclipse of the sun. Modern astronomers readily computed the time when such an eclipse visible in Babylon occur and thus establish a known relationship between their calendar and our own. In this way, we have proved that 8,000 years ago the Sumerites who inhabited Babylonia were living in walled cities. One can only conjecture for how many centuries previous such cities had existed. Their inhabitants were not mere barbarians living within protecting walls. They were an educated and enlightened people.
So far as written history goes, they were the first engineers, the first astronomers, the first mathematicians, the first financiers, and the first people to have a written language. Thank you so much, Miss Jessica, for your assistance.
No worries.
Section 4. You will have some time to read the questions and then you will have to respond accordingly. So read the questions carefully.
You will hear a part of a lecture about cooperative societies. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40. So, what I am going to talk about today is about something cooperative society. First, I am going to speak about the meaning of cooperative societies. A cooperative society is often a voluntary association of individuals who come together with the intention to work together and to promote their economic interests. There are some merits of cooperative societies. Open membership. Certain limits are imposed on the membership of society, but the main motive behind these limits is to keep the society as a workable group. Democratic management. The management of a cooperative society is always elected in a democratic way. Service motto. The primary objective of the society is service first, objective second. Surplus shared by members. The goods are sold by the societies to the members on the nominal profit to cover up administrative cost. Low management cost. Members take keen interest in the supervision and control of the society. Lastly, low management cost. Members take keen interest in the supervision and control of the society.
Now you have 10 minutes to check your answers and transfer them to your answer sheets.